that is what my heart says.
Gotta make that proper couple.
That's what my heart says. I wanna be with you always. You are my world in every place.
Aloha family, good to see you guys. Today is going to be exciting.
And it's the smile on your face. And as time goes by, I know I'm in a better place. I'm in a better place. Without your love, I am out of place.
Livestream session.
And without you,
I
am just a trace. I love you.
It's like only my second time streaming with this jumbo monitor, and I must say,
together forever, never to part. I wanna be with you always, 'cause that is what my heart says. That's what my heart says. I wanna be with you always, always, yeah. You are my world in every place. It's the things that you do, it's the things you do, baby. It's the smile on your face, smile on your face. And as time goes by, I know I'm in a better place. I'm in a better place. It's the things that you do, the things that you do. And it's the smile on your face, smile on your face. And as time goes by, I know I'm in a better place. I'm in a better place.
yeah, man. You know, one of these days, I should actually put some sound to go behind the bumper. I just get busy doing other stuff and having way too much fun hanging out with y'all, doing random craziness that we always do. There's a lot going on this week, so we're going to dive in really quickly. I just wanted to say big ups to everyone. Thank you guys for all the hard work. Just celebrated another fire milestone, which we will get in today, but I cannot say that you guys haven't, had a lot to do with it. That's pretty impressive to me. Man, as you know, started the old jobby job, so got to do that kind of stuff. But Lou, look at that. Look at that. That's all because of you guys, fam. This is pretty quite immaculate. I'm just going to stick this over here in the corner so I can stare at it while I'm talking to y'all because it's straight fire. Boom. Tough acting tonight, and I can't believe we did it. What's up, Tanner? So lit. Sammy Superstar, a.k.a. Sammy Super Chat. Pastor Johnson. Hey, you know what? I'm going to get you even more in trouble with the NDI in a second, Pastor Johnson, because that's just what we're doing. Good to see you here. Rich Graham is in the building. Hey, Rich, I hope everybody is safe over there in Texas. I know you guys are doing some sort of like rolling blackout type situation, so I hope everything is good there and not too frigid without the electricity. Start a fire. Skol, Love Kagera's in the building. Good to see you. Rob Voll's in the building. Thank you to see you here. My little brother June is here. Aloha, aloha. Technically, I was going to start Ecamm on June's birthday, which is the 1st of March, but we decided we're just going to do it 2 weeks early because why not? Luke, good to see you here, fam. Absolutely appreciate you. And Technofy, good to see you. Okay, so today I brought in a very special guest, also a member of the Let's Get Live community, but we're going to talk about some trends that are happening with YouTube and some of her advice for growing your channel. I know a lot of us are streamers, but a lot of people are just, content creators as well. And one of the challenges is sort of always growing your channel, even as a streamer, getting more people to come to your streams. So I like to talk to many as people as possible. Okay, caffeine has not kicked in yet. I like to talk to as many people as possible to see what are the various tricks and tips and things that they're using, and maybe even share some of my own, share some of ours from the community, and see if there's anything we could do to help each other out, because that's what Let's Get Live is all about. We like to help each other get to that better place. No pun intended. That's called a loop back when you hit it back to the song. Anyway, I'm gonna stop being goofy, and without further ado, I don't even know why whenever you talk to Canadian people you feel necessary to try to use French that you don't even know how to speak. But without further ado, we like to bring in the ever impressive Catherine Perry, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Hey,
Hey, how's it going?
good. I like to call people by anything other than their normal name, so you don't have one yet, but it's coming. I'm gonna just let you know
It's going.
that is my way of remembering people's names. I never forget anyone's name because I make it up. So,
Awesome. I can't wait.
yay, Sammy Superstar. Thank you, Sammy Super Chat, for the Super Chat. That sounds weird saying that. Thank you, Sammy. I appreciate you, brother, as always. So, little known fact, I went to a school that was named after Robert E. Perry, but Peary, and he claimed to have discovered the North Pole. Really what happened was
Oh,
he had a guy on his ship named Matthew Henson who he sent out there to go do it. So
oh,
technically Matthew Henson was the first guy to the North Pole, but as Admiral Perry was in charge of the boat, he gets the credit. You know how it goes.
oh yeah, he gets the credit.
Yeah. That's how it is. Like, singers that can't sing get the Grammy, but the producer actually made them sound good. So,
Right. The people in the background, eh?
yeah, you know how it is. So, number one, I'm going to let you explain a little bit about yourself and, things like that. So, tell us a little bit
Awesome.
about who is.
Of course.
I'm not going to say
Um,
Katy Perry because then now it just sounds weird.
I get that all the time, actually. I was at a wedding once and someone said, "Are you Katy Perry?" I'm like, "No." Do I look like her? I can't sing for the life of me. So, no. But yeah, so my name is Catherine Perry. I have a YouTube channel that helps small creators, small business owners. I actually haven't had my channel for quite a while, but I started back in, I would say April, really May. I was started to go all in with my channel and focus in on it. But it happened right around when, the world kind of went into chaos. I said to myself, I wanted to help small businesses, was on my mind because I was a small business owner myself. And I was like, well, there's a lot of businesses struggling right now. So how can I help them understand, video, but also what can I actually do to help them? So my answer was YouTube. And then that kind of redirected me also into helping small creators because I am a creator myself. I've had a business for about 5 years with wedding videography and like filming events and all that. So I was like, I could help them because I have a lot of information about video and I've helped people on the side just with understanding video and YouTube and social media. So yeah, that's a little bit about my channel and myself. I'm a mom, I'm a wife. I live in Canada, and I'm feeling for those Texans out there. I'm seeing all those like TikToks of them struggling, and I honestly like it's hit them hard, and I feel you. I understand you. So, but yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Nice, nice. I like. So, how long have you lived, say, in North America? Your whole life?
So actually, I was born in Northern Ireland.
That's what I was
So we
gonna say.
moved
You have a Scotch
right.
Irish. You have a Scotch Irish twink to it. So I had to
Yeah,
double check to make sure I wasn't going crazy. As a graduate of Notre Dame, I will say, go Irish.
right. Yeah, so I actually moved when I was 14 to Canada, and for the life of me, I'm like to my parents, why? It's so cold here, I cannot handle it. But it's good, it's fine. Like we go with the flow. We have 6 or 7 months of snow, and then we have 4 months of sun, and then that's it, right? There's no in between.
Nice, very
Oh,
okay.
hey, Sam.
I just wanted to make sure because I was like, man, okay, from watching your video with Regina Phalanges, just, I'm like, okay, Captain, stick to YouTube, not with the acting, but, but I'm joking. I'm
Honestly,
joking. It
no,
is
I know
so
you are. I
freaking
know you are.
hilarious. It's so freaking hilarious.
Oh,
And
good,
one of my
good.
favorite TV shows of all time is Jack Taylor. So yeah, I'm like, I get it. I understand now. All right.
Yeah, I wanted to try and be creative with that video because it's like, there's all those videos out there that have video ideas, these trending videos and all that. And I was like, well, I want to change it up because I am a little bit goofy and people need to understand that I am that person. So I put it out there and I was like, oh, I was super nervous about it because honestly, it's something that I haven't done on my main channel at all. I was like, okay, well, we'll try it. And people loved it. You know, it was more entertaining for them to watch something like
Absolutely.
that, right?
Yes, definitely was entertaining. I find that showing a little bit of the personality, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, is actually better than not showing it. Even if you have the most dry personality, it's still worth showing. And I say that because I look at someone like Gerald Undone, who's probably one of the driest guys out there, but he is one of my favorites because his dryness is actually part of what makes it even better. And then
That's it.
his deadpan jokes are more funny because they're deadpan, and he'll say
Right.
something stupid from the comments and he'll just like bring his dumb comments to the screen with zero emotion. And I don't know, just for me, I love Gerald Dunn. Plus he's such a
I
nerd
know,
when it
right?
comes to cameras, and I'm a nerd when it comes to cameras. So I
That's awesome.
completely appreciate that. Okay, so didn't really want to plan too many questions or anything like that, but I do want to talk about, I guess, you were like me and started a channel a while back. If I remember correctly, you started in like 2015 or something crazy like that, and
Yeah.
then came back to it. I would say I noticed it within like the last year. So I'm not dissimilar. I honestly started back in like '07. And then just kept like stick the toe in the water. That water's warm. This is pretty cool. You know, or get in the water, like, you know, go to waist deep and then walk back out and be like, all right, I'll go do something else. And
Right.
it's really weird to turn on that switch all of a sudden and go all in. What was your decision factor for going all in?
Well, I'll just be honest with you. I have my business. I am a small business owner, so I film weddings, I film events, I film first birthdays, right? And all of that completely came to a stop. So it was like, okay, well, that was kind of the major factor in it all. My business just stopped literally in the middle of it all. And you would say, well, you can still have editing, but I was editing for small businesses and they were slowly backing out too because hey, they don't have the extra money now because of COVID. So I said to myself, you know what? I'm not going to sit around and just. I'm not that kind of person. I hate to sit around. I hate, like I could just stay at home and just watch TV all day, but I'm just, I can't do that. I'm just not. I'm not driven like that. I have to be doing
Yeah, I'm
something
not
all the
built that
time.
way either.
Right. You just can't sit around. And I was like, well, then what should I do? So I looked into my YouTube channel again. I'm like, in February, I remember this because I posted a video in February. I said to myself, put a video up about me being in a creative slump. And I had all this business stuff that I was really going all in with. I was even about to hire someone. And then March hit, I got sick and I was out of commission for like 3 or 4 weeks. Like it was such a bad sickness that I was out. Yeah, I was out for 3 or 4 weeks, and that's when I was realized my business is slowly decreasing, declining, and I need to do something. So my decision to go on YouTube was because I love video, and I knew there was potential with it. I could see that there's the potential to help people. Like that was one of my major goals was to help people because I saw so many people struggling, and I was like, honestly, the struggle it's to do this was some motivating to me. So between that and my family, like I have a motivation just to help my family and do things that we want to do in life, like go explore and stuff like that. So yeah.
I could definitely say the number one driving me crazy part of this whole situation. I like to call it the situation because YouTube doesn't like us to use the actual words.
Yeah.
Is I'm a traveler, okay, and it's so crazy. Like 2 years ago, I decided I want to dive back into YouTube because I got my business in a situation where I could afford to travel more. And then so actually about 3 years ago, my partner and I, we decided to go. We went just on a trip to Portland. We came back. We were home for like 2 weeks, and the sale popped up in the email like, oh, go to San Diego. Boom, gone. Go to San Diego. And then we came back after that, and it was like, oh, if you don't use these miles, they're going to expire. So boom, back to Portland. And then we came back and we did our annual Japan trip. And then my friend got married, so I went back to Japan again. And then I came back, and then for her birthday, we went back to Japan again. And then at that point, like I've always been a traveler with my friends or my DJ type stuff. But this is the first time she started coming with me because, you know, she got to a spot where she could go. And she was like, no wonder you're always leaving home. I'm like, yeah. She's like, this is so much fun. Can we go somewhere else? Where are we going to go now? And so, boom, off to San Francisco. You know, I try to get to Japan like a couple of times a year because I don't want to lose my ability to speak. And I saw on one of your videos, you said you can't wait to go to Japan. Well, you were cordially invited on the Let's Get Live field trip. As soon as we get out, we're going to Japan.
I'm so excited. My husband and I, that's on our bucket list. But like this past year, we were also supposed to travel too. We were going to go to Ireland to visit my family. Like I try to visit them once a year, and that got canceled. And now it could be another two or 3 years. And I was like, no, I need to see them. So I understand the travel.
That is on my trip as well. I want so bad to go to Ireland, but now after COVID, I ain't kissing nothing. So don't say bad words, Doc. You can't say bad words on YouTube.
Yeah, but you took there.
Man, not kissing the stone. I was so ready. No. I had my chapstick. No. I'm like, I'm going to kiss the stone. I'm not kissing Jack at this point. Wait.
Bring some sanitizer.
Getting my buttonings. Oh, here we go. I am not kissing. There you go. So, no, but I after I saw your thing, I was like, oh, this is where you wish you could talk to a creator directly. I was like, oh, you have no idea, Miss Girlfriend, how dope Japan is. I absolutely, positively love Japan. Japan is off the hook. And when we go, you guys will be lucky because you don't need a translator. You'll have me.
Right. You know, I was like, I watched tons and tons of creators that travel through Asia. I actually watch, I don't know if you watch him, but Strictly Dumpling or what's his name?
Mike is my partner's other boyfriend. Like, she watches Mike every single day, which is funny because I was the one that turned her on to Mike. Like, this guy is super funny, and she watches it constantly. And then it's like, hey, you know what I want to eat? I want to eat so-and-so. I like, you've been watching Mike again? And she's like, yeah. So then now I have to cook. Yeah. Luckily, I can cook, Korean, Chinese, Japanese food. So whatever he's eating, I end up having to make for dinner.
Yeah, we have tons of dumplings in our freezer now because of him.
Okay, people who don't understand, listen to me, people in the community. First of all, if you're new around these parts, make sure you type new in the bottom. And if not, if you're on the replay squad, hit replay squad, type that in the bottom. Make sure you subscribe and all of that stuff. Subscribe to Catherine. We'll show you your channel in a second. But listen, if you have not experienced the marvel of dumplings, especially on a day like today, when you guys are freezing and you don't really want to be in the kitchen cooking, it takes 5 to 10 minutes, I call it 12, to make some dumplings and then rice. And then the sauce, depending on what brand you buy, will come with the sauce packet. If not, I can show you how to make the sauce super easy. And it is heavenly. It is so heavenly. One of my favorite things to do is to make soup and just throw the dumplings in there. Just standard soup stock. It could be chicken stock, pork stock, veggie stock. Like if you're a freegan, you can eat vegan stock, mushrooms, and fish guts. Throw it in there, throw some dumplings, off to the races. It is so good.
We're a cooking show today. We're a cooking show today.
I mean, you guys have no idea how good that is, man. It is so awesome.
I'm sorry, but I'm now hungry.
Sorry, my bad. But yeah, so what happened was right when I was getting up to speed, I was starting to create some travel content. A running joke inside the Let's Get Live community is I rank for away suitcases, because I was just getting into the whole travel vlogger thing. I sold a metric F ton of suitcases. I have like 8 of them now because they were free. Because I kept, hitting that affiliate level to get free suitcases. And then pandemic said, no, sit down, stay home. I was like, no, Maggie. But I had all of this momentum on my channel. So I basically converted to teaching live streamers and YouTubers because I got so much help from the Nick Nimmons and the Dan Couriers and the Shelly Saves the Days of the world. And so from watching him is the reason why I decided to start doing it. Plus, I also realized that I watched a lot of my local business owners here who have always been a business consulting and coach for prior. Like, how are they going to manage their business now? Like, what can they do? And I got into this whole live streaming thing as a way to help them. So, yeah, we're on the same boat. Jermaine says, waiting until the kids get out of the house and the wife and I will be traveling for sure. You know what? Don't wait that long. Trust me. Take them with you if you have to. And the thing is, people will go to Disneyland, and Rob, don't get mad, but A weekend at Disneyland will set you back like 13K. You know, a half a month in Japan will set you back like 6, and you gain some culture, and the food is delicious, and then there's no lines. So yeah, Corey said that you're spying on him because he's definitely on the struggle bus. Good to see you guys here. Sam said, dreaming of Japan. Sam, you let us know. We will give you an invite. You can come. We were taking the whole squad on this field trip because everybody is so sick of me in the middle of my streams breaking into random Japanese fits. And so now everybody wants to go. So that's on. Tokyo Disney, Rob, by the way, is probably the best Disney out there. It is so much fun. I've been a couple million times. So there's that. I'm just checking to make sure nobody's saying anything funny. Bez, good to see you here. Picture me, South Africa is here. I don't know. Could be Southeast Asia. Yes. June, tell them if you like dumplings, hit the like button. Our version of dumpling is mandu. Mandu is good. Aloha, Junior. Good to see you here, fam. Yes. And then Junior says, hello, Cat Perry. We have like 4 cats in our group now, so you're not getting cat. I got to come up with a better one. Oh, I see. Rob says you can write off the Disney trip. Well, if we go to Tokyo Disney, which is in Chiba, which is right where the airport is, like we can leave the airport, go straight to Disney. You can consider that as part of your Disney vlog. We'll make videos and you're good to go. We can do our massive collaboration while enjoying some Japan, you know? There we go. Miss D is in the house. Hey, Miss D, good to see you here. Yes, Disney Sea is the best. Okay, so let's take a look-see at the channel. Ta-da! And here we go. You know, let me close the side. Yeah, there you go. All right, very cool. I like your channel banner. So with this portion right here, when you look at it in mobile, does it fit?
The Catherine Perry fits into that portion. The rest of it doesn't quite fit. I try to make sure like that bit fits into the mobile. It might cut it off just a little bit with the way, but I think it fits because I was testing it out.
Very good. Good. I see you're in here and you're consistent. Guys, you hear that? Consistency. Consistency is key. Like you're constantly making. I really, really like these I like your channel art because it's, again, very consistent. I saw you goofing off with shorts the other day, which is cool. Don't forget to go back and re-thumbnail your lives. I forget sometimes weeks on end, but it just helps keep your channel clean when someone pops over. So
you know what I was thinking? I was actually doing a test. So I'm actually doing a test to see if a thumbnail is better for your lives or not. So that's why I do a couple here and there just to test it out. I'm always about testing, so just my apologies if it looks a little like bland. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna leave that one to see if people it appeals to people more to click on my face and just be me, or is it going to appeal to them by clicking on it with an actual thumbnail? So that's my.
That's cool. That's a good test. Well, you're TubeBuddy, right?
Yes, I'm a TubeBuddy. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool too because you can even see it with the A/B testing setup in there. So that's pretty rad as well. But yeah, I really love this. Oh, hello, psst, it's right there. Binge-worthy channels, TubeBuddy. Yay! Hey Annie, good to see you here. And was the Simply Catherine also you?
Yeah, so that's my other channel. I'm doing some tests on there too. I'm started a separate channel for more tests for YouTube.
Oh, well, you said you made a shorts channel. Is this going to be it?
No, so I'm creating another channel for shorts as well. So I'm going to have this channel for like creating, different content to see what really pops out and trends. And then the other one, I'm going to start a shorts channel just for it. I'm not going to let anybody know about it because I want it to be organic. And then what I'm going to do is just like put out content on there and test, YouTube shorts.
There you go. Well, I mean, you can see that your growth is consistent and your channel is consistent. And I really love this idea. I've toyed with the idea of doing it myself, but I haven't yet, of showing sort of what these pro YouTubers are doing. you know, so to speak. But I was always afraid, like I didn't want to confuse people or like, you know, throw them off. So how's that series
Right.
working out for you? I think it's a good idea because
You know
I
what?
think,
It's been
yeah.
very good. It's been
Okay.
very good. Like I did that series. I started it because I was like, well, I need something different on my channel to drive a little bit of different traffic to it. Do you know what I mean? So I said to myself, I could share like the tips and tricks. That's great. But I actually got a question from someone and they said, but how do the big creators do it? And then I was like, well, put two and two together. And I said to myself, I can do a video on this. I pick a big YouTuber, like a YouTuber that's growing or blowing up, right? And I say to myself, like, analyze it, show the audience what they could do. Like, yes, I could analyze small creators and I can do that in the future or whatever. But my point by doing that is to give people the understanding, like, this is why they're growing and blowing up, because you can tell in this video, or their thumbnails are cohesive, or da 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 da, right? And I actually have another ProTuber video coming out this week, Friday, which I'm pretty excited about. But yeah, it's been so much fun. Plus, I'm actually connecting with the YouTubers that are, you know, either my subscribers are recommending. So, like for example, L Pearls or Leah Zeta or you know, Julia K. Chris, all the ones that I have done, I've connected with them. I've talked to them. Like, was the video to what they and they're like, yeah, there's some things that we didn't even know. So it's kind of cool to do the videos because I'm not only showing my audience like what they can do, but I'm connecting with other creators that are, you know, seeing growth, and it's been super interesting and I'm really enjoying it. Actually, it's one of my highly suggested like people are constantly saying, when's the next pro tuber video coming out, you know, kind of deal. So
Whoa, that's
yeah.
cool. So people are actually requesting to see the ProTuber videos. I think it's dope
Yeah.
because it's one thing to watch, you know, what people I like the coin the phrase ProTuber. I like that you said that because yeah, I think people get intimidated by them and people also wonder like should they do this or should they do that, or some people flat out try to copy them and we try to stop them from copying them. Like I tell everyone, if I see another person go what's up everybody, I'm gonna punch him in the neck because it's irritating when Peter does it, and I like Peter,
Yeah.
but I don't want to see anyone else do it. You know, it's just kind of funny. So I like the idea of doing that, but this forensic breakdown of what these guys are doing and helping people know what the takeaways are. I think a lot of people watch these stuff, but they don't know what the takeaways are. So
Right.
in sports ball, if you try to figure out what is it that makes somebody like Tom Brady the GOAT, it's his quick decision making. You know, why he's so good is he's a quick decision maker. He rarely holds the ball for a long time and looks all over the place. He normally backs up and gets rid of it before someone tries to take his head off. And then
Right.
now the second best quarterback in the planet is Patrick Mahomes. And what does Patrick Mahomes do? He gets rid of the ball very quick. It's almost as if he
Right.
studied TB12. And I can't stay either one of them because I'm a Raiders fan and I don't like neither one. That's sports ball. We won't talk about that. But yeah, it's just one of those things where you can learn a lot if you pay attention to what they're doing. It's like you know, when we first got Food Network, say roughly 20 years ago, maybe it's a little older than that now, seeing how these guys would just dice, you know, their veggies before they make their mouille pois made way more sense than I just cut them up. And it's like, yeah, they cut them up too, but they cut them up evenly. So everything comes out even and the flavor is better. But to us, it just said dice carrots, dice onion, dice celery. There's no explanation as to why it works. So the forensic breakdown makes it easier to understand what you're doing. And I think if you watch Food Network, why we all fell in love with Alton Brown, and I mentioned this the other day, Alton Brown was the first guy that told you the why behind everything. He wasn't just like copy me. He was telling you why, and those whys really help it sort of like, I'm doing the limb well now,
Right.
and let it settle into your brain, you know? And then once it settles in your brain, you're like, okay, now I know what I'm doing. I have that purpose and intent. I think those are key.
Right.
All right. So
Yeah,
you
no, I
go
think
ahead.
that's so important. And when I analyze the YouTubers that I do, there's a lot of aspects that there's three major aspects that you have to go watch my videos to really understand. There's three major aspects on YouTube that makes a channel explode or blow up. or people connect with them so well, right? And in my last video on my last pro tuber video, Aaliyah, I'm not pronouncing her name right, so apologies. But that video, it gives you all the major tips within what a YouTuber or how a YouTuber explodes. The next one that I'm doing is really like this channel I'm obsessed with. So I'm sharing the channel on Friday and it's really exciting. But like there's aspects of a channel that really pops and stands out. And if you want to know more, you can go check out the videos.
So, June, if you can, make sure you put Catherine's link into the YouTube chat and pin that sucker up. June's my little brother, who's
awesome.
But so yeah, I think it's really, really cool that you do this, and especially when you see the video of like you breaking down Catherine Manning is so meta because Cat is breaking down Cat. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, it's like another dimension.
All right, so one of the videos that you recently did, which I think is pure fire, and we wanted to talk about that today for people in our group. Talk to me a little bit about trend jacking, or that's what I call it, because that's what we used to call it in the DJ space. But talk to me a little bit about trend jacking on YouTube and some of your sort of either recommended or favorite trends for the 2021st.
Right. So that's a huge question because there's so much in it that I could dive into. But like I'll just summarize what I kind of put into my video. Whenever you look at your channel, you have to understand that each channel is there's different niches, there's different categories, there's different things that you want to talk about. But how you find those trends, for one, let's talk about that. How you would find those trends is basically like you could go just to YouTube itself. You watch tons of videos, tons of creators. Which YouTubers do you connect with, first of all? So if you, for example, we'll talk about Julia because she's on my mind and she's a lifestyle creator. We're talking about lifestyle because there's a lot of lifestyle YouTubers out there. Or, Peter McKinnon, photography, right? So if you watch them, then other stuff will get recommended to you on the browse page, right? So YouTube is saying, okay, we're going to recommend you this channel or this video or this video. Keep an eye on the browse page. This is like the basics, like keep an eye on the browse page. Just the other day, on my other channel, I follow a few different creators. And just the other day, a few trends had popped up on my browse page. And I was like, or a few videos. And I was like, that looks like a trend because it's a very specific title. And then I typed it in, and what do you know? It's just starting to pop up. Big creators did like this, I think it was 3 different YouTubers, big YouTubers did this one video. And what they do is they get together. They don't necessarily collaborate, but what they do is they start putting a video in the trending again. They get it trending through their content. And so what that means is that
YouTube knows you very well, okay? So not only do they show me DJ stuff, they show me Japanese DJ stuff. So they know you very well. And then up here, there's a video about Japan. There's a video about the M1 because that's what I've been doing a lot. Of course, there's my YouTuber fellows that we all get in contact with. Your Del Leaves, your Loria Petrucci, or the Petruccinator, as one of the people call her. There's more stuff about the M1. And again, as we break, look, there's Kat right there. How to be a minimalist mom. That's an old video. Holy crap, that's like 4 years ago. And then, of course, there's my mentor, Stephanie, shows up. And then new stuff because I just been following the court case recently. So it's all there. But see, when people say that no one's recommending my channel, blah, 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 look at this. And I keep scrolling the phone, there's Catherine again. You know what I'm saying? And then because Catherine is there, there's Vanessa. I rarely watch Vanessa. I like her stuff. I don't think it's anything against it, but I rarely watch Vanessa because she's talking to young people, and I'm 3 times her age, almost.
Right.
It's sad to
so
say
I'll
that
tell
out
you
loud.
something. I'll tell you something that I did. You see the not this video, but you scroll back up to that minimalist mom one. If you go back up to that one, so that's a super old video, and my hair is awful there, but that is an old video. And
you have hair. Okay.
I have hair. So what I did is I actually went back because I saw that the video was getting some traffic, and I was like, okay, well, let me shift this. Let me think about this. So I tested it out, and I actually shifted the keywords a little bit, and now it's being suggested more on browse feature, on TubeBuddy, whatever. And it's a super old video.
Yeah, I tell people this and they don't listen. I was like, you can go back in your channel and take your old videos. You definitely had the mom cut back then. I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm
That's
teasing, I'm
it.
teasing.
I definitely did. That's when I was first, like, I just had my son, and I was like, oh, I'm going to try this YouTube thing out. And I did it, but then I didn't enjoy it because I wasn't really doing what I was interested in. So that, yeah, that video is popping up again because I just shifted a few keywords, and now it's being suggested on browse feature and some keyword YouTube search. So it's important to go back to your stuff and see how that was just a test, and clearly it's showing up.
But it can help you get new people, and I don't think folks understand that.
Right.
If you're like us,
Right.
okay, I say us because you and I are both revitalizers, or I call them reanimated channels. Like, my channel wasn't dead, but it was just one video getting all the traffic. But when I decided to come back and be consistent and do stuff, I am seeing comments and views on mad old videos. And some evergreen content, folks. What the lady is teaching you is evergreen content can work. So if you have an evergreen content on your page, go back and re-optimize it. And when you see it working, it tells you that TubeBuddy works. And I don't know why people don't understand this, but TubeBuddy is your friend. You can do some amazing stuff. And the free version alone will get you far. So you don't got to be, oh, Doc Rock is making me spend more money again. He's always making me spend money. Shut up. Just use the free one for now. Because trust me.
Yeah.
What is it? Rob says this, and I always blank on it. But out of the 83 features that TubeBuddy has, 37 of them are free.
Right. The free version is actually really good. There you go. The free version is actually really good. Like, there's a lot you can do. I always recommend, like, I'll share TubeBuddy on my channel and say, well, if you can't afford it, then go for the free version. It'll do you good until you need to, take another step up. And whenever you do take another step up, you're going to be open to a whole new world. But honestly, the free version will help you out a lot. So try it out. At least try it. Just give it a chance.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to spell out.
Out. I can shift the accent for you if you want.
Oh my God, yo, she kills it. Nothing is better than the Irish accent of all. I think it's funny, but when I do it, my lady says, "How did your Irish accent all of a sudden switch to Jamaican?" I'm from New York. What do you want?
Like, oh dear, so it didn't quite work, did it?
Top of the morning to you. I'm going over to see Catherine Perry on my channel.
You're close.
I'm gonna stop before I get hate mail.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Sam says, crazy how old videos can start trending. And Elaine said, this is a horrible year for hair. Vids are going to be what they're going to be. Hey, Elaine, again, you guys have hair, so I kind of don't want to hear it. You just talking to the choir.
Let's not talk about that.
You're talking to the choir, man. No, seriously, TubeBuddy is a game changer. Like, just a little bit of tweaking and things like that, and it can go far. And I do believe with the keyword research, so if you find a trend that you want to jack, and okay, I thought one thing that was dope is, this is a pure assumption, so correct me if I'm wrong, you did not want to just be another mommy blogger, although that is a very prestigious, every mom is prestigious, so we should start there, but it's a very powerful niche because no matter how crowded it is, every year, 5 or 6 brand new mommy blogger, poster, tubers, creators come out. Why? Because every year new people have children's. Hello.
Right.
It's kind of sort of how it works.
That's interesting though, because that's a trend in itself. Because every year that people are having kids, so new moms will need new information. But the key is to keep that as a mommy channel, to keep that going throughout, not just sticking with the young kids content, instead how to understand how to shift that gradually, because obviously your content gets old. So in 10 years from now, it's going to shift completely for what mommy channels need to do for their kids when they're first born. So that's the thing about it. Your channel will have evergreen content, but there is a point where your content may be old, and now there's new fresh content will overtake it, right? Unless
Yep.
it's not a topic that's so, profound that it's going to last throughout history or throughout the future. So
And one of the big ones that I started to see more because I think guys figured it out. But guys, the dad channels, you're slipping. And one channel I saw, which I thought was pretty good, and I can't remember the name for him. He was a single dad, and he was a girl dad, and he lost his wife. So it's just him and it's like 3 girls. And, of course, there's been many TV shows about it. But as a channel, people think, oh, it's so niche. No, it's not niche, bro. There's a lot of people in your boat. There's a lot of guys that got to raise children by themselves that need other guys to tell them. Or even in a traditional, everything is perfect, nothing wrong as far as all the elements being their families. There's a lot of guys that need help. So one of our buddies, Chris Williams, he's in our group, and he does some dad blogging and stuff. And I think it's incredible because it's a niche that dudes aren't doing because they're too cocky. I think,
Right.
So it's cool to see that popping. Now, here's the thing about, a parent channel or parenting channel. If you start at birth, first of all, that first 2 years is a pain in the butt, we know. But you have content for 21 years. You
Right.
can pump content for 21 years. Your audience will stay with you. And even if somebody joins you at age 8 because their 8-year-old is getting on their nerve, you got that person, for the next 11 years. So, hey, it's a crowded niche, but hey, stick to it. But, I don't have no kids. My kids are named Sony, and Sony. So, there's that. My camera.
Yeah, like I think there's certain channels that has so much potential, like mommy or parent channels or vlogger families. They definitely, it seems crowded, but it's not. There's a trick to understanding how to stand out. So again, when you go to my ProTuber series, there's a family vlog channel on there, and they have figured out a way to stand out from all the other vlog channels. And the key point is you need to find like a breakthrough or a video that's going to keep your channel consistently being pushed out, driving the traffic to your channel. And I think vlog channels, they don't really, like, when you first start a vlog channel, you're like, oh, I'll just start it for the fun. I'll look back on the memories. And then you do want to get into it, and you're like, well, how the heck do I stand out? I can't just put a title like, oh, we ate pizza today. Like, nobody's going to care about your pizza. I know that sounds rough, but
No,
I had to come to terms with that whenever I was first vlogging. Like, nobody's going to care about what I ate. They need to know, there needs to be something that is like either a trending topic or something that will stand out on YouTube. So when you're a vlogging channel, it's a little difficult to start out just to figure out how to find your groove. What's that one thing that's going to get more traffic? And not just like family vlogger channels, but any channel. Like, you need to figure out what is that one piece of content that's going to continually be that piece that I talk about throughout my channel, and there's a lot of examples of that on my ProTuber series. So
yeah, it's funny, and Pastor Keith brings up something very good. Let me put it up real quick. Talking about exactly, that's what I was saying around the music is crowded. It may be redundant, but there's always room. Yeah, because people have been producing music since Jesus walked in Nazareth. I mean, it's been around for a hot minute, and it's not going to stop. There's going to be a new creation, like say a couple years ago, that like circa 2000, that new creation was trap, and now trap has grown into from like hip hop track to like classical trap to other forms of trap. Like it's an ever growing process, so it's never really overcrowded as people like to think that it is. So there's always room and round about any niche to do whatever you want. Let's not make random excuses for ourselves. Let's just start there.
Yeah.
A lot of it does have to do with mindset. And I believe that is I wouldn't even say relative. That is all it has to do with.
Right.
Yeah. So in that aspect, okay, 2 things we want to touch on before we get kicked out. is number one, we in my channel recently have been sort of trying to elevate the idea of business vlogging. So, but before we touch on that, I want to touch on, what do you do for the, well, how do I have time to make all of these videos? Because, I'm a mom and I have a job and blah, 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 blah. I am sorry. I have no compassion for those comments, because to me, if it's important to you, you find a way to get it done. I remember when I was, like deep into gambling, I found time to do that no matter what. Like I could make a bet about anything. I don't do that mess anymore, but like, I'm deep into football, AKA round, not oblong. I love me some Manchester United. Fix the clothes.
There you
today.
go. You got your side.
So I will wake my butt up at 3 a.m. to watch a Manchester United game, but then would make excuses about not having time to do my videos.
Right.
So like the comment, if you in Clubhouse, it comes up constantly. Well, I'm a mom and I got these kids and I got this job, or I'm a dad and I got these kids and my wife's a pain in the butt. But when do I find time to create? So what's your answer to that constantly irritating question? Sorry.
Yeah, I hear it all the time. And like, I take it from their perspective as they just have not figured out how to do it yet. I think the complaining side of things is always something. Sometimes people just need to let things out. But I think when it comes to this situation where, for me, for example, I'm a mom, I have a business on the side. I also have a house to look after as well. Like my husband, he works as well. So like, there's a whole bunch of things that, I have to do. Maybe less than some people, or maybe more than some people. It just depends on people's schedules. But what I always say is, when people are like, either come to me on my channel and say, I'm not motivated, or how do you get motivated, or how to put out so much content? Like I put out, I'll just tell you this, I think it was September, October, and November, I put out almost five videos a week. And that included 3 actual sit-down videos and 2 live videos a week. So per week, I did 5 videos total. And that was a little overkill for my channel, but I was literally like enjoying it so much. I didn't care. I was just enjoying the process and being part of my community and building that up. But the way I found time for it was, I looked at my schedule. Like, you literally have to look at your schedule and say, what can you do? And then like, how can you fit it into your schedule? You work around it. Like my day, I put down a list every night before I go to bed, and I say, this is what I need to do the next day, right? And then I say to myself, well, I will scratch off. Oh, sorry.
Jay Free jumped in and became a member, so I had to give him props. And I haven't figured out how to adjust my animations, but yeah, thank you, Jay. Good to see you. And his name is Jermaine, but I used to always want to call him Jaimin, because he had the bald head like Jaimin Hansu. So it's stupid. Never mind. It's me being weird.
It's okay.
You can continue. I'm sorry.
Awesome. No problem. So what I say to people is, like, I literally look at my schedule and I say, well, if I can only do 1 video a week, then I'm only going to be able to do 1 video a week. If it's 2 or 3 or whatever it is, you put it into your schedule and you make it happen. So what I do then from there is I actually batch film. If you're going to be doing sit down videos or you're vlogging, you can actually film ahead of time. Like, people think vlogging, you have to film, the day of and then edit that night. No, you can film whenever. You just need to block it into your schedule. And so I literally write down I script out my videos. I have a schedule. So every Sunday I'll script my videos. And then Monday, which usually is the day that I film, I moved it forward to today because it was a holiday yesterday. I would film all my videos and get at least 4 videos out for the next 2 weeks. So I have 2 videos per week. And then I just go for it. I just do it. I don't sit around. Like, there's days where I don't want to get up. Like this morning I had to get up and shovel the driveway. There's a foot of snow out there, and it took me an hour and a half.
Can you explain
almost
what
2
snow
hours.
is? I'm unfamiliar.
It's not white stuff.
Sorry. Everybody
No,
in the
it's okay.
community today was talking about going out and shoveling snow. And Miss D, Diana, who's in the chat right now, she said last night, okay, we started our new company, the Let's Get Live company. I'll play the commercial in a bit. And she said one of her neighbors was outside trying to move snow with a kitchen spatula.
Oh
And
my
I was
goodness.
like,
I feel
what?
so bad.
I was like, what? I
Oh,
remember the big red curved shovel that used to be my
yeah.
job to go. That's why I stay in Hawaii, because I used to have to do that. I have all sisters.
Yeah.
And my mom is like, you need to take your butt outside and make it so I can get the car out. And
Shovel.
I'm like, what about them? And they're like, we got to do our hair. We're girls. And I was like,
Oh.
yes, ma'am. And she was like, what you say? Nothing. Yeah.
No,
So I
so
heard
funny.
that. First of all, I got to give a shout out to my brother Noah out here. Good to see you, fam. Team Hawaii in the building. Yeah, Noah, ask these folks, what is snow? We have no idea. We put it in a cone and we put like flavored sauce on it and we eat it. It's called shave ice. It's delicious.
Shaved ice.
And then Keith says, the out is golden today, Kat. I need to make a Stream Deck thing so I can have you on my Stream Deck like Coach.
You are awesome.
I'm going to make a Stream Deck one that says, get out.
Out. Or
I know.
out.
I like the Irish way better. And then Dr. Elo, this is for you.
Coño.
There you go. And then Cameron Junkie says no snow in Florida. But yeah, even like people in the middle of the country, like in the middle South, like Miss D, she got snow and she's in the St. Louis, and it's not supposed to snow like that, but it's in there. Yeah, it's like cutting grass in Manoa. That is so true. We definitely have to cut grass more often than people in the mainland because of the tropics. Our grass grows like insanity. And one of our grasses is so popular, the whole country legalized it. Anyway.
Oh.
Dun-dun-dun. Doc got jokes today.
Hey, ladies!
Anyway, Sam, thank you for being part of the squad and coming over to visit us. We appreciate you. And, Kat, so I think that the other thing that, I wanted to close out on is something that we've been doing. My partners, Diana and David and I, we have been raving about this new ZV-1 because it's like the perfect little vlog camera. It's about the size of a small, what do you call those things and you have with your tea? Madeline. It's like a small Madeline with a lens. It's super tiny. It fits in a teacup. And so because of our new startup, we have been deciding that we want to do a lot with business level vlogging, documenting our journey as a way to sort of get other people excited about that move, excited about trying something new or, not being afraid to say, start a new business or even just pump up the business you have by engaging or letting people in the kimonos, as we say, engaging with your audience that way. So I would say your vlogging style is probably more business vlogger versus, hey, look at me, I'm just vlogging. And people should stop. I should stop that because that's okay. I actually do watch some of those, hey, look at me, I'm vlogging vloggers because it's interesting.
Yeah.
If it's interesting or they live somewhere you want to be or whatever, I do find interesting.
No, you want to watch it. You'll watch it.
And some of it I just watch for the train wreck. I ain't gonna lie. We're humans. We like watching other people train wreck. Hence the reason why those three sisters with the makeup and the huge okoles became so famous for absolutely nothing.
Right. This is true. It happens.
Okole translates to round parts in the back. For those of you not from Hawaii. So yes, talk to me about your business vlogging and what advice you would have to someone who's, a business owner or a small business owner, how they could use business vlogging to sort of pump up their craft.
Yeah. Vlogging is a great way to connect with your audience or, connect with potential clients or new clients. When it comes to starting a YouTube channel, and as a business, a small business, you have to see it in a different perspective. There's opportunities for you to connect with people, obviously, but there's opportunities to grow it into something else. Like you have maybe a business that sells products at a storefront, or maybe you have a product online. It's an opportunity to drive traffic to those other things that you're selling, right? It's a great way to connect though, because the people can relate to you, they can trust you, start to trust you. And then that goes from there. If they order from you or they start purchasing from you, then they can start recommending your channel and say, oh, look at this person, they have a small business, and da 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 da. And I think that's huge on TikTok right now. And I think that trend has started in the short form content a lot. People want to connect with them. They want to see the process a little bit more. And TikTok's been used in that way. And I would say vlogging is a little bit more in depth. You get to see them a little bit more, the person behind the camera, and really connect with them as a person. And honestly, it's about just taking the camera and starting. Like, everybody has to start somewhere when it comes to vlogging, and you're not necessarily comfortable with it. It's something that you're gonna have to practice with. But I vlogged for, the Casey Neistat era, where he started all. I watched one of his videos and I was like, I'm a Casey Neistat now. I can do this. So I took out the camera and I vlogged for a year. So that really gave me a lot of practice for other things. Like, I didn't start my business until a year later. Like, so I did the vlogging for a full year, and then I started my business after that, because then that gave me some practice, like filming and editing and getting it all into it. Not necessarily was I great at it. I wasn't good at it, but I have been working at it for the past 6 years, and it takes practice and time. And some people just get it like that. Like, everybody's different. We're all unique. So we just need to pick up the camera and go for it. As a small business, is a little bit more daunting. It's a little bit more time consuming. Definitely just try and work with what you can do, right? And that goes back to getting, a schedule and working it out, because it all takes time. But yeah, I think vlogging is a really good way to connect with your audience and like really build that trust and relationship, whereas you wouldn't have been able to before. You were just selling online, right? So,
the whole concept of just sort of getting out there and go for it, getting out and pressing that button, that really, really has people a little bit nervous. And I wish people would just go for it, because it's funny, right? If you can go out in public and just be, say, at the grocery store, you're surrounded by another 100 folks you don't even really know, and yet you function perfectly fine in that aspect. But somehow getting in front of your camera to go be with 100 folks you don't know freaks you out. It's the same thing, right? It's the same thing.
So,
and if you're being yourself, you're being yourself. Go ahead.
I will take that. I think the perspective, though, dealing, like, talking to people over the past 6 or 7 months, and people wanting to start channels and do this and do that, the confidence level in themselves, though, is the hard part. There's a lot of people that don't have the confidence in themselves to say, oh, I could do a video and it would be, someone would want to watch. Many times people just don't think people care about them. And that's true at the beginning. Nobody really cares about you until you have to make it happen. You have to make them want to be there. But I think the confidence level in a lot of people when it comes to talking or speaking in front of an audience or in front of a camera, it's a huge deal, because now there's people watching them. There's the potential for haters and people coming to judge them. So yeah, it's definitely a big step. But I think, even practicing, I say practice, take out the camera and don't even vlog, just pretend you're vlogging. And then the next time around, vlog it and don't even record it and don't even upload it. It's baby steps to getting you to that point where you can say, I'm going to put this video up now, right?
Okay, Sam, I am a professional 108% word stumbler. I've done radio for years. I had a radio show here in Honolulu for over 20 years where it was almost flawless. Like, I was known for what they call liner reads, and that's when you're in the middle of doing your show, you're minding your damn business, you got your little Starbucks, you're just cruising, and the ad person would run in and hand you a piece of paper and be like, oh my God, we forgot to promote a concert that's coming up. Can you read this now? And I'm dead in the middle of coming up next. We got Casey and the Sunshine Band. I'm joking. We wasn't that kind of station. But, right in the middle of a song, and then they will hand you a piece of paper, and I'd be like, hold on a minute. But wait a minute. This weekend at Noah Tom's Barbecue Shack, we're going to have special rib. We'll be doing a live engagement and blah, blah. And I used to do it like effortlessly. Now, I go to do a YouTube video, and I'm like, hey, hello, everybody. It's me, the Doc Rock, and we are, what are we here for? We are going to be blogging, vlogging, clogging, and jogging about YouTube video and YouTube secrets. You know what? I leave them, or I'll catch myself and I'll just make a weird face to the camera and keep going. Everybody knows that I do random words that make zero sense whatsoever, and so just leave them. Don't even trip. No
That's
one
just you.
cares.
That's who you are.
Everybody else does it too, so it just makes them feel like it's normal and it's okay to stumble upon your words. So it's like, you know when you wear your heels and then you do that little buckle and then you're like, nobody saw that, and then I just tighten my heel up, tighten the strap and then keep walking.
Right. You got to keep going. Move forward.
Sam is like, I could just see that dude in the size 13 pump. So yes, by all intents and purposes, just let it come out. Let whatever kind of weird stuff you say. And the most important thing is you just have to remember that nobody really cares.
How you like that?
That's it. So let's see what everyone's talking about. But yes, sorry, Sam, I didn't mean to make you laugh. The masked mage, almost messed it up. I know what it is. The masked mage says that you are the queen. That is very cool.
Awesome. Nice to see you here.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you for that. And then kappa. A kappa in Japanese is kappa. There's these little like creatures that live in the sewers and stuff. They're like, what in Hawaii we would call minehune, but these little creatures of the night. They do sort of bad things, but in a funny way. Kind of like gnomes or elves, right? They're technically good, but it's a very unique thing. So it's funny when I say that. Should we have someone run while streaming and hand us some? Yes. There you go. Yes, Paul. Have someone run in and hand you a piece of paper to get your practice on. Guys.
Actually, that'd be a funny skit. That'd be fun to watch.
Super funny. One thing that's cool, okay, you guys know we have the group, right? If you're not familiar with the group, it's docrock.live/group. I can type it in chat. I can't talk and type at the same time. I ain't that good. But if you go into the group, you are allowed to come in the group and practice your stream. And then we will join in. We will bother you. We will harass you. Sammy will ask the randomest weird questions that will make you laugh. Sometimes we would, thank you, Luis. Tell them. It's called Docisms. Everyone knows. Everybody in my community knows. I just say random stuff that makes zero sense to anyone but me. But as long as I know and you guys kind of almost know, we're square. Yes, merci Bookups. It's very important that you guys, yes, you can come in and you can do your thing. And I think it's very important, Noah, progress over perfection. That is seriously one of our things. We always say, perfection is the enemy of done. So I much prefer you come in raw dog and dirty and do your thing and let us help you figure out what you're doing. But you're not going to get good on camera until you are on camera. You know what I mean? You have to actually do it. So I like your idea of vlog yourself even if you never publish it, just so you can get used to doing it. I say publish them anyway, because if you're starting out, let me get it right. If you're starting out, you want to make sure that you get to that first 100 videos. Without that first 100 videos, YouTube knows very little about you. The algorithm can't even algorate unless you are there to give them the information. And so the hurdles, as I call them, and you can make up your own numbers, but these are my numbers. The hurdles are the first 7 videos, the first 35 videos, the first 50, and then the first 100. And as you pass those hurdles, I used to be a hurdler, so I like that word. As you pass those hurdles, you start to gain the momentum, and you are there. And Sam says that I am wearing the le bouton, or le bouton. Yes, I prefer.
Damn.
He said, Doc trying to translate Japanese into Hawaiian into Canadian is a stretch.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a stretch.
Thank you.
Good try, though.
Thank you, Rob. Rob always has jokes. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate you, Paul, just because you have the purple hair and it matches my color. And I like just be in wait, stay where I press the button. Stay there. Okay. Taking massive imperfect action. Yes, absolutely love that. That is very much key. Well, Kat, I don't want to make you stay here all day and kick it with us because we are known to do 5-hour energy streams. We just keep
Whoa.
it popping. Yes. If in our Q&A versions of our streams, when we are doing our streams, we will stay until we answer all the questions. And so sometimes that and random sidetracking each other, Diana and India, my other two partners in crime, we will go there forever. And he is here. So we have to do this. Here we go for you, Coach, because I love you.
You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. You are awesome.
Yay, Coach. That's Coach. Coach Frenchie actually made that for me. And I love to play it every time we stream. We always play it because that is our motive in our group, in Let's Get Live group. That is our motivational thing. Almost everybody in the group can recite that. And everybody in the group knows you have to stand in front of the mirror every day and tell yourself point blank, I am a creator. That's it. That's all you got to do. And that keeps you in that mindset, you know, it keeps you going. So before you go, tell everyone when you're posting or streaming, you know, if your schedule is like such, and how we can find you and join up with you and be your friend. And mostly we'll probably come and harass you because that's what we do.
Well, okay. So I have my YouTube channel, which should be linked either in the chats or somewhere, but it's Catherine Perry. You can look me up. It's the same as the picture. You'll see the picture on this thumbnail. It's the same picture. So you just look for me. If you can't find me, you can figure it. You'll see me. Don't worry. You'll find me. And then I try to post every Wednesday and Friday, but then I go live on Mondays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's my schedule. Yeah, it has changed. Used to do a lot more, but I'm doing a little less now, and eventually I'll probably shift it again just with schedules and stuff. But that's what it is right now. Mondays lives, Wednesday and Friday I have a video that goes up for y'all. Gangster.
We have a question, and let me answer this to the best of my ability. What do you guys think about social tokens, a new way for creators to monetize while providing value back to the community? I just got finished saying how good I can read stuff on the fly. I'm working on setting my own tokens up so that my viewers can redeem in-game for items and shout-outs, etc. Okay, first of all, I have not heard of said social tokens. I am unfamiliar. I will look into it. I find that right now my favorite way to support creators and for creators to get supported is buy me a coffee. I still say it with my New York accent every once in a while. Otherwise, it's just coffee. And what I like about it is you can change it to whatever. Like, say you're a professional drunk like myself. I can change it to buy me a bourbon, buy me a whiskey, buy me a pizza, buy me a beer. What else could I could buy me a ramen. I can change it to whatever I want. But the site is BMAC. Buy me a dumpling.
You like that one?
I love it because I love me some dumplings. But the website is the same as my website is there. I can give you an affiliate link. Let me pull it up in a second. But what I like about Buy Me a Coffee, I was on Patreon, and Patreon was great, and I love my patrons, and I really appreciate those who jumped in early and helped me get my channel started. That was somewhat of a validation that folks are finding value in what I was putting out. So it actually made me want to create more because I wanted to continue to give value. It also provided, it wasn't a lot. I was making like an extra $100 a month, but hey, it's money that you don't have. Google, why are you asking me to check to see if I'm me? I am me, dummy. Hold on. Sorry. I love when Google does this. Are you really you? Yes. I've been me all day. Why all of a sudden in the middle of doing nothing would I stop being me? I'm not sure. Google, you tell me. Or maybe they know something I don't know. Maybe I am a duploganger. Anyway, so what I found, the disadvantages of patrons, say, versus Buy Me a Coffee. Anyone can become a member and just buy a coffee, as Jermaine did earlier today. You just go in, boom, and they could do something like, I just want to support this guy one time. I'm going to buy a $5 coffee, boom, game over. Or Jermaine did something that Patreon doesn't really do, but kind of pretends to do, is the membership. He joined as a membership, so he decided to pay $10 a month to become a member, so he gets access to the weekly private Zoom calls where we sit down and we hash, and instead of me talking at you, we are all talking together, cracking jokes, sharing recipes, getting business advice, business secrets. You know, because we have so many social media experts, they have a chance, an opportunity to share what they know, and it's just fantastic. So for instance, we are working on a stream, a Zoom call about the Amazon Live program for creators. If you are a creator like Catherine and myself, you can do an Amazon Live, and that will get your money game up real quick, because you go in and be like, hey, I'm just going to explain the ZV-1 rig in general with the switch pod, the tripod head, it's called the ball head, the plate, the ZV-1, the other accessories that I got with it, cables, cameras, editing gears, things like that. I can make a 30-minute YouTube live where I break down the camera and go through step by step, because people are there. They are buying on point. So to me, things like Buy Me a Coffee and Amazon Live Creator Page are more valuable. You give more value to the people. And unlike Patreon, they send you the cake instantly. Someone buys you a coffee, like before we finish the stream, the $10 that Jermaine put in, it already went into PayPal. Like while I'm on the stream talking with Catherine. Whereas with Patreon, you have to wait the first 60 days, first 90 days or whatever. And then after that, it's every 30 days. So it's a long and laborious process. And you can't do something like a random one-off, okay? New piece of editing kit comes out for the PC. Catherine's a PC user. Don't hold it against her. And she wants to show you, like, okay, Adobe Premiere added this new thing, and I just want to show everyone. So please, by all means, jump on real quick, and I'm going to do a Zoom call. It's like $25 a head. We're going to do a 2-hour deep dive on the new features in Premiere. And I'm going to set it up where only 10 people can come in, because that's all I can handle. Within a matter of hours, she could earn like $200 quickly, for doing nothing but sending out a tweet. Did I do that math right? I think that was 2,000. I think I screwed it up. But anyway, you got the point. So the tokens kind of thing, I'll tell you why that would go to bother me. Because I hate when I go to the carnival. I hope you guys call it carnival. In Hawaii, we call it the carnival or the fair.
Yeah.
They sell $3 a piece. We call them script, right? And so you get $10 a script. You get 10 scripts, it costs you $30. Everything in the carnival, food or rides, comes out that no matter what happens at the end, you're always stuck with 2 scripts that are useless, that you never get to use all the way. So if I would do something that's token oriented, I'd want to make sure that people don't end up with the hanging tokens, because I hate that. And anytime you've gone to some place that makes you buy tokens for something, whether it's, download sites, what's the original stock photo site? They're a pain in the ass. Sorry, I didn't say that word out loud. iStock Photo, famously. The way you buy the credits to get the images, you always end up with like 2 credits you can't use. Nothing costs 2 credits, so you have to go buy another match that doesn't match, and that's their little trick. They think, oh, we're making extra money. No, You're pissing people off, you ding dongs. So that's to me, that's why I prefer things like Buy Me a Coffee, or your YouTube membership page or something of that nature. What about you?
Eventually, but that's the same with me. Like if I was to, I think tokens is just an extra step. Maybe like whenever you think of like even the car, you go to do a car wash, you have tokens or whatever, and then you have extra tokens. I don't know. It might be just a little too much. There might be like, it's like an extra step. So I get the tokens, then I have to do that. I don't know. I think it's just an extra step. So I think having just like a membership or what you're doing, buy coffee, is straight up easier. It's just less steps and less preventing the audience to be a part of your community. So it might work. You need what I say is like, you need to test things out. No matter what, is try things out and see how they work. Have like a beta test of it and see how it works. And if it doesn't work, then now you can move on and go back to something new, something else.
Correct. If you haven't already done so, Catherine, let me tell you, set up your Buy Me a Coffee page. It is super painless. It's super easy. And the other things that they offer you, for instance, I can go into my little thing here and I can press on extras. Okay. So once I get this, all figured out, I can write a quick PDF, like a 2-3 pager PDF, like you just bought a ZV-1. Here's how to set it up, soup to nuts. They send an email, they automatically get that. Or I can set it up where I'm going to charge like $2 for it, and then go and do some Google foo, and it becomes I need to have this guide to know how to work this particular camera, right? You could make one on if you're going to start a mommy blog, bruh, here are the 10 tips that you need in order to start a successful mommy blog. Follow these. Bonus, if you purchase this thing for the $5 I'm going to charge you, because Moose Dollars doesn't round out like our dollars, so you guys got to charge a little more. So whatever the requisite amount of Moose Dollars is, you put that, and the bonus would be I'm going to throw in my 10 YouTube tips to make sure you nail that. How to trend jack on YouTube. And all you do is, after a little bit of copy, you link in the PDF the video that you just posted last week, and that's there.
Right. And it's that would work.
Oh, and here's my playlist of how to follow these successful YouTubers. And so rather than just sending them YouTube, you can send that out as a single guide, and that guide tells them how to watch those videos in what order to get maximum value out of that thing. And it can either be a free tripwire for your membership, or it can be, something that you charge a few Moose Dollars for, and then boom, it will change your life. Because as a mom, not only do you have to have the time to create this stuff, you need the resources to create this stuff. And
that's true. Yeah.
My squad had to teach me, dude, we want to buy something. Can you make something that we can buy? And I'm like, okay, I made t-shirts, docrock.live/merch. Anyway, I made t-shirts, Press and Soul. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And they're like, no, dummy, we want to buy something. And I was like, okay. And I just kept putting it off for months. And one of my community members was like, if you don't do this in the next 24 hours, I am going to kill you. And I was like, yes, sir.
That's a little extreme.
And I did it. And I mean, no, seriously, like yelled at me for like an hour as to how come you're not giving people the opportunity to pay back all the value that you're giving. You're actually being an a-hole by not giving people, some people don't feel comfortable to just take. They feel like they have to give you something back. And super chats is, whatever. Like a lot of that goes to YouTube and so. We want to find a better way. And I know you have more value to give, and we want to free up more time for you so that you can continue to share. And like he literally just sat me down in the corner like a little kid and berated me for like an hour that I needed. And then I did it, and I was like, holy crap, they actually love me more than I thought. So, and it's been helpful. It has given me time away from what would be me slaving away in the wood shop. I actually can justify the time I am locked in the basement working on stuff for them. So if you haven't done so already, you should. And I did.
I haven't, but I will look into it for sure.
Yeah, I put there's 2 links in the chat. One is the referral link to jump on Buy Me a Coffee, and everyone should. If you're a creator of some sort, artist, musician, like, anything you're doing, even if you're making an app, give people a pre-issue. Yeah, that's it. And then Lee understands that iStock photo was a pain in the butt. Like, I actually hate them. That's why I don't use them anymore. Yes, and I like the fact that you can do posts. You can do private posts, that your members get, and you also get email. You're building your email list. That's another conversation, gang. We're gonna wrap it up because we don't want Catherine to be out there. Her kid's probably hungry. How old is your kid?
My kids are actually in school, but they're, oh my goodness,
Oh, you
5
forgot.
and
She's a
7.
real mom.
I had a moment there. I think their birthdays are coming up soon, so I'm like trying to work it out. Yeah, so 5 and 7, like they keep me busy, but they're in school, so that's helpful for me now. When everything was going down, it was a little harder to work with my schedule, but we figured it out. What are Moose Dollars?
No, because Keely, one of our members, Keely, she teaches field hockey umpires how to be field hockey umpires and how to call bad calls and make girls mad.
Yep.
I hope Keely don't hear that. She always teases me because she's like, Doc, whatever you tell us to buy, it costs more in moose dollars, so I need you to translate it to moose dollars for me. And so she got me stuck on that word. And my business partner also is Canadian, so he calls it moose dollars too. And so
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's super funny. See, you guys are making trouble to me. Anyway, gang, I'm just making sure that we didn't forget anybody. And I just want to give such a huge, round of applause. I am so happy that you're able to come through today. Been watching your stuff for a minute. I love what you're doing. I want you to keep it going. If you need anything from the community, we have a bunch. I mean, an absolute bunch of very caring and helpful people in the community. And I know you're a part of the community. So just dive in, ask any questions you want to ask. If you want to test something on a live stream or you're curious about buying something and you're not sure, we also have a bunch of addictive gearheads, so most of us already bought it. so pop
just
in.
ask and you guys will have it figured out.
Yeah. No matter what it is you want, somebody done bought it. Like, it started out, 2 people bought Rodecaster Pro, and then all of a sudden, everybody in the community got Rodecaster Pro or something of that nature. Like Alan, one of our guys, he's into the Zoom LiveTrack 8, but whatever. We went through Shure SM7Bs. We went through pod mics, like whatever you need, we got it. And Sam, by all YouTube, since Catherine brought you to hang out with us, please join the community too. And so, yes, I just really, really appreciate you for being here today. Everyone, make sure you go and follow Catherine. You keep up with her. Stick around. And next week, by that time, I will tell you what is the name that I made up for her rather than Catherine, because if I just keep saying that, it sounds like I'm talking to the Queen. The Queen Mom, Catherine Perry, was with us today. We'd like to thank you. We really appreciate you. We will talk to Lloyd Merriweather to make sure.
I know, it sounds very, very posh.
It's so posh. Okay, Lee. Sorry, Lee. Lee's our British guy. He's like, that was horrible, guys.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, Lee. I didn't mean to do it. I'll bust out my Merseyside accent for you later. Anyway, guys, don't forget, we'll be back. Hey, new supporter. Hey, way to go. See, Corey? I love when you do that. That is so awesome. You're awesome. You're amazing.
You are awesome.
Okay, anyway, we will be back on Saturday again to do something more crazy and have more fun. Don't forget, we have Zoom class on Saturday. It's called our office hours for the Drop Squad. That's our peak performers, the people that really want to take their live streaming and YouTube to the next level. You come in, we talk about it. Catherine, I'll send you a ticket so you can come and hang out with us if you wish.
Awesome.
And it is so much fun. We get a lot to do, and we have a great time. And Catherine has other cat. She teaches us how to make some good food. Like, she just always has another recipe for us. Last week, we talked about making shabu shabu or Japanese hot pot because I'm weird. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for coming through. I really appreciate you. Catherine, I appreciate you for coming through. You have been nothing but awesome. We are going to play music, and make sure you guys are following her. Make sure you are keeping up with what she's doing. And if you have anything nice to say, put that in the bottom. If you are watching the replay squad, place that in the bottom. If you're new around here, place that in the bottom. Just let us know in the comments what you need. Don't forget, all the gear that we use today can be found on the kit page. So you can go to docrock.live/kit to find out about cameras and mics and whatever. Secret, it's a Sony. Hello, you know that. Also, if you haven't done so already, make sure you check out TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is a game changer. Like, we will dive deeper into the things that you can do, but optimizing your posts, doing your A/B testing on your thumbnails, finding other cool creators to collaborate with, all of the above, that is very important. And by all means, don't forget, if you want to become a member of the Drop Squad, hit the Buy Me a Coffee link there, and that is at buymeacoffee.com/DocRock. Gang, gang, as we say around these parts, arrivederci, pasta lasagna, sayo noodle, and arribi goat cheese. Yeah, that's it. Aloha. I just say aloha. Thanks, Kat. You're awesome.
Thank
really
you.
Appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Everyone's loving you in the comments, by the way. So you have a bunch of new friends.
Yes.
All right, gang.
I can't wait to connect.
Yes, please do. Everyone will love having you around these parts. Now I gotta find where my end screen is because I moved everything around. Here we go, gang. Aloha.